Assalamu alaikum dear students. Welcome to a new video of mine with a new lecture on a new topic, and today's topic is direct and indirect narration. Before going into details, what is direct and indirect narration, or what is direct or indirect sentences, let's have an introduction to this topic. In daily life, we hold conversations with different individuals. When our conversation with one individual is over, we come across other individuals with whom we hold conversation again. Frequently, we report our previous conversations to the other individuals later. There are two ways of reporting our conversation to the other individuals. One is direct and the other is indirect. In direct reporting, the exact words of an individual are reported to a third one. Whereas in indirect reporting, the reporter conveys only the sense of the words uttered by the individual. We do not report them verbatim, mean as it is. We may report in a subjective manner with our own interpretive judgment in it. So this is explanation of direct and indirect narration, or direct or indirect sentences. Let me tell you another important thing about direct and indirect narration. There are two parts of direct and indirect narration. One is called reported speech and the other is called reporting speech. The first part of the direct narration or indirect narration is called reporting speech, and the second one is called reported speech. For example, Ali said to me, "I am ill." Now, in this sentence, in this example, Ali said to me is reporting speech. "I am ill" is reported speech. Let's change direct sentences into indirect one by one, in relation to four kinds of sentences. Number one is declarative sentences. Let's convert a declarative sentence into indirect narration or an indirect sentence. For example, Asad said to me, "I am ill today." So this is a declarative sentence. Let's convert it into indirect one. Asad told me that he was ill that day. In this example, we have changed a declarative sentence into indirect sentence. And let's see how many of the changes we brought while converting it into indirect narration, indirect sentence. Number one change that we brought is in the reporting verb. Reporting verb is said. We change the reporting verb said to told. Whatever impression we gather of the reported speech, we will accordingly use the reporting verb in the reporting speech. Over here, we gather an impression that something is being told in the reported speech. So which is why we use the verb told over here. So this is the first important change. Second important change is we used the conjunction that over here. Third important change is we use the person over here, the pronoun over here, I. Remember that there is a rule regarding the change of pronouns in direct and indirect narration. The rule is S-O-N, son, by 1, 2, 3. Let me explain this rule. S stands for subject, O stands for object, N stands for neutral, mean unchanged. And 1 stands for first person, 2 stands for second person, 3 stands for third person. This formula means that first person will be changed according to the S subject, second person will be changed according to the O object, and third person will be changed according to the N neutral, mean unchanged. It would remain unchanged. Third person pronoun will remain unchanged, right? So over here, I is used in the reported speech, so it will be changed in according to the subject. And what is the subject in the reporting speech? It is a noun, Asad. So whenever a proper noun is used in the subject of the reporting speech, right, then that will be considered as third person. So I will be changed into third person, he. So we have changed it into he according to the formula son by 1, 2, 3. And then next important change over here that we brought is change of the verb in the reported speech. Reported speech verb will be changed according to the form of the verb in the reporting speech. And reporting speech verb is said. Said is the second form. And what is the second form of am? Verb am, second form is was or were, right? Remember that am is the form of verb be. Verb be has four forms. Be is mr, was, were, been, and being. These are the four. In the first form, there are four forms. Be is mr. In the second form, there are two forms, was, were, and in the third form, there is one, been, and fourth form is being. So what is the second form of verb am? Was or were. So over here I is the singular, subject is the singular, so we will use was. So we have used was over here, and ill is used as it is, and today it is a adverbial. And remember that while converting direct sentence into indirect one, today will be changed into that day. So how many changes we brought? At least we brought 4 changes over here. Told, that, I, and am. They are all changed, right? They are all the changes that we brought over here. The next kind of sentence is interrogative sentence. Let's discuss how an interrogative sentence is changed into indirect one. The example is, we'll use the same example that we used in the declarative sentence. The example is, Asad said to me, am I ill today? Right? So this is interrogative sentence. Let's change it. Asad asked me if he was ill that day. Right? So we have brought quite a few changes over here. What are they? Let's discuss them. First of all, reporting verb said will be changed into asked. Remember that whenever we change an interrogative sentence into indirect sentence, then we will change the reporting verb into ask. It will always be in the form of ask, right? Why? Because interrogative sentence has always a question. So in a question, we ask things, right? So we are going to use it over here. Then after that, second change that we brought over here is use of if over here as a conjunction. So we have used it in interrogative sentences, especially interrogative sentences that begin with helping verbs like have, has, are, is, am, all of them. We will use if or whether as a conjunction after the reporting speech before the reported speech, right? Then after that, we brought the change in the person. Person I, we changed into he. As I told you, first person will be changed according to the subject, second person according to the object, and third person will be unchanged in the reported speech. So over here, there is first person, so it will be changed according to the subject, and subject is a proper noun. Proper noun is considered as third person. So over here, we have used third person. We have used it, he. We converted am into was, right? And then after that, we changed today into that day, right? And another thing that we changed over here is the structure of the sentence, interrogative sentence. We converted the interrogative structure into a normal structure. Next important example of interrogative sentence is, he said to me, what are you doing here? So this is an interrogative sentence. Let's change it. He asked me that what I was doing there. right? So this is how we'll change. Over here, we have brought quite a few changes. What are those changes? We have changed the reporting verb said to asked. Then we used conjunction that over here. Remember that those interrogative sentences that begin with WH words like when, where, why, who, then in such sentences we'll use conjunction that instead of if or whether. Then after that, we will change the interrogative structure into normal structure. Then person will be changed according to the Sun formula, and then adverbials will be changed accordingly, right? So we have changed the reporting verb into asked. Then after that, we have used the conjunction that. Then after that, we have changed the person you into I, because you will be changed according to the object, and object is me. Me is the first person. So over here, we'll use the first person instead of second person you. So we have used it, and are is the verb, and verb in the reported speech will be changed according to the form of the verb in the reporting speech, and form of the reporting verb is second. So over here we will use the second form of the verb, and second form of the verb are is was or were, and I is the singular as a subject over here, so we will use was. Then doing will be used as it is. So this is an example of another form of interrogative sentence. The next important kind of sentence is imperative sentences. Imperative sentences mean these are those sentences that are based upon either commands or even requests or even advices and etc. For example, he said to me, take exercise daily. So this is an example of imperative sentence. Let's change it. He advised me to take exercise daily. So over here, we have brought quite a few changes. First important change is in the reporting verb. We have changed said into advised, because over here, take exercise daily is a sort of advice that is being given to someone, right? So accordingly, we have used the word advised, and then after that, we have used infinitive over here. Infinitive mean to plus base form of the verb. Verb to is used over here, and take is the base form of the verb. Then we used exercise as it is, and daily is the adverbial. We have used it as it is. So these are the changes that we brought over here. He advised me to take exercise daily. Then the next important example of imperative sentence is, he said to me, don't waste your time, right? Let's change it into indirect speech. There are three ways of converting it into indirect one. First one is, he forbade me to waste my time. So over here, we brought quite a few changes in the speech, in the sentence. First change is forbade. Instead of said, we have used the verb forbade, because don't waste your time is the statement that shows that somebody is asking someone to abstain from, to refrain from, not to do something, right? To refrain from or not to do something. So which is why we have used forbade over here. Then after that, we have used the infinitive to plus base form of the verb, which is to waste. And so second person, your will be changed according to the object in the reporting speech, and object in the reporting speech is me. So me is the first person, so your will be changed into the first person. Instead of your, we will use my time. He forbade me to waste my time. So this is the first way of converting this sentence into indirect one. Next is, he forbade me from wasting my time. This is another way of converting this sentence. Over here, we use the same forbade as a verb, a reporting verb, and then from wasting my, from we have used the word from, and the past and the present participle form of the verb. Wasting is used over here. My time, again, we have repeated it, right? And then another way of changing the same sentence into indirect speech is, he advised me not to waste my time. So over here, we brought quite a few changes. Over here, we used advised instead of forbade or forbid. And after that, we used not plus infinitive. Infinitive means to plus base form of the verb, right? So not is used, then to is used, then waste is used. My time, we have maintained it as it is the way we used them in the previous changes. So this is how an imperative sentence is changed into indirect speech in 3 different ways. The next important sentence is exclamative sentence. Exclamative sentence is the type of sentence in which there is strong emotions, strong ideas, strong feelings that are expressed. For example, he said, "Wow, I have never watched such a fantastic movie." Right? So this is exclamative sentence. How it will be changed? Let's change it. He exclaimed with wonder that he had never watched such a fantastic movie. Right? So over here we brought quite a few changes. First of all, remember that in exclamative sentences, we will use the exclaim verb in the reporting speech or as a reporting verb. So we have used it over here. Instead of said, we used exclaimed over here. This is the first change that we brought. Second change is we use the word with wonder. And we use the word with wonder for what? We used it for the word expression wow. Right? Wow is basically an exclamatory word. We have changed this exclamatory word with an appropriate word in the indirect speech with wonder. We have changed it with wonder, right? And then after that, we have used the word that as a conjunction over here. Then after that, we change the person I into third person he. Again, according to the Sun formula, first person will be changed according to the subject. And subject over here is he, third person. So we have used he over here. And then after that, have, remember that whenever have, has is used in the reported speech, it will be changed into had, right? We change have into had. So we have used conjunction that over here. So this is how this exclamative sentence is converted into indirect speech. So I hope my lecture would be of some help to you in your understanding of direct and indirect narration or direct and indirect sentences. This is it for today. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.